the portal, you understand me? Uh, First off, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the true name of the living God of Israel. Yahweh Shah is the true name of the one that everyone ignorantly called Jesus. Reason is because the letter J was created in 1524, so his name couldn't have been Jesus. And Rakakwadash is the true name and the true way that you say Holy Spirit in the Paleo Hebrew, which is the original tongue. Second and foremost, I want to pay homage to all the great men that you know, came before me, speaking this wise game. You understand me? All the great men, the great kings, all the great prophets, the great priests, right, that came before me, from the nation of Israel. I have to salute and pay homage to them. Um, Man, today, man, I kind of want to do a little story time. All the people that enjoyed the music, I appreciate you guys. But that's kind of one reason why I'm really doing this lesson. And first off, I want to go ahead and say may peace and blessings be upon Melvin Nobles. You feel me? Who the world knows is MO3. You feel me? May peace and blessings be upon his spirit in the afterlife. You understand me? Because he is with us at all times. You know what I'm saying? He in full spirit. And his spirit really provoked me to really do this lesson today. And I want to start off with this scripture right here. It says, where am I at? It says, then this is Proverbs 18:16. It says, a man's gift maketh room for him and bringeth him before great men. And just like the title say, this is my MO3 story. You feel me? I came to Dallas in 2016. I had already came to Dallas a little bit before that, but I left and I went to Houston. And when I left Houston and I ended up going back to Louisiana, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm about to leave again. You feel me? So yeah, the situation in Louisiana was just some raw. So I ended up, I remember I got on the freeway and I was talking to God. I was like, God, like, where should I go? Because that's just who I am. You feel me? And he spoke to my spirit. He was like, go to Dallas. You got to go back to Dallas. And I was like, okay, so I'm heading to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I called my Uncle Carl Ray, because I didn't know which way I was going before that. And so I called him while I was on my way going to Dallas. I was like, bro, I'm going to Dallas. He was like, yeah, I kind of figured that. And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, call me nephew when you make it. So I ended up coming back here around 2016. And man, when I came, the music scene here, it was fucking like hot is not even a word. Like hot is really not a word for how the music scene in Dallas was around 2016. It was like a music hub. You feel me? It was like you could feel the inspiration and the music vibe, like everything about the city just it lit a fire in you. And me in the mind frame I was in, I was like, man, I'm about to go to Dallas, I'm about to blow up, little did I know, you feel me? You have to go through your rites of passage as a music artist when you're coming to Dallas. And that's what most artists make the mistake at when they come to Dallas. Like, they think they're not talented enough or anything like that, but it's not that. It's just that you have to go through the rites of passage. You could be hot somewhere else, but when you come to Dallas, dog, it's like it's the stamp for you to enter the world. Musically. I hope I'm making sense. Dallas is that stamp. That's why most of your major artists, no matter how hot they are, they have to get their music broke in Dallas in order for them to really be known. You know what I'm saying? And Dallas only respects the real, the streets of Dallas, not the radios. And that's what we gonna get into with MO3 today. But my first time I met Mo3, my first and really last time I met him. Um, I, when I first came out here, I was getting my haircut. I had a fade, so I used to get my haircut by this barber named Reggie. Oh, that name Reggie always followed me, dog. I don't know what it is about that name, but yeah. But I was getting my haircut by this barber by the name of Reggie. Reggie was cool as a motherfucker. Shout out to Reggie, man. And he was a barber in Sean's shop, right? You'll hear Mo3 talk about Sean all the time. She a female, you feel me? But yeah, at the time they was posted at Motown off of Live Better. You know what I'm saying? And off of Live Better and Keys. You feel me? But then Sean moved the shop from Live Better and Keys to Sainer. You know what I'm saying? So when I came, I caught him at Motown and also during the transition going to Sainer. You feel me? So this day here, man, it was a Saturday, beautiful Saturday. And I go pull up at the barbershop, you know, to get a fresh cut, you feel me? And man, when I walked inside of the barbershop now, at this time, bro, like I'm having the barbershop lit because like I say, like Dallas just had that vibe about it musically. So I'm passing out my CD. At the time I had Gemini. So I'm passing it out, you know, they fucking with me tough, you know what I'm saying? And I'm putting niggas on DistroKid, cause at the time they really didn't know too much about DistroKid or, you know what I'm saying, how to independently distribute your own music. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing that for them. I was paying the $20 admissions for niggas and shit. And you know, but I got respect from doing it, you know. So this particular day here, right, I pull up, so they had some niggas outside, and Mo3 was one of them, but I'm not knowing this Mo3, because at the time I knew of Mo3. I knew the Four Indictments album, but I never knew him. I thought Mo3 was the dude that was on the Four Indictments cover, right? And I had been seeing him every time I come to the barbershop, but I didn't know that wasn't Mo3, you feel me? So I'm up in there, you know, I'm outside, and you know, nigga was like, man, that boy cold, man, that boy cold, that boy from Louisiana, man, that boy cold, woo-woo-woo. So, you know, he looking at me, you feel me? So I ended up giving him a CD. And he looked at the CD, and he seeing the title Gemini on there. And he looked at me, and he looked back at the CD, he looked back at me. So I go inside, you feel me? So I got in the chair. So Reggie walked outside, but then when he came back in, he was like, man, like, say, bro, if you don't mind, bro, man, let me cut Mo3 up right quick. You know what I'm saying? I know you were here first, bro. I'm gonna cut Mo3 up right quick, though. I say, man, you good? I like, man, yeah, I like cut him up. I like, Reggie, you know it's good. I ain't going nowhere. So I sit, Sean and them, like the way the barbershop was set up, Sean and them had it was like some chairs to the wall that was facing Reggie. So I sat at the chair, so I'm really able to see whoever about to come in. We gonna be looking at each other face to face. So this little chubby nigga come in, the same little chubby nigga I just gave the little CD to, you feel me? So he come in, he sit in the chair. Now, most of y'all know, you know, famous Mo3. At this point, this is Mo3 going through his rites of passage. This is bummy Mo3. This is Mo3 that's really don't have nowhere to sleep at. This Mo3 that's 9 out of 10 sleeping in this car, right? This is the Mo3 that just before he even got this car, this is Mo3 that's sleeping on the train, right? This is the Mo3 that's you know, doing the music, but he can't understand why everybody not fucking with him, right? This is the Mo3 that, you know, barely can buy him some shoes, so he got slides on, right? This is the Mo3 that don't know, you know, when the next time he gonna really just eat a meal. This is the Mo3 that have to make a decision like, am I gonna keep fucking with the streets or I'm gonna do this music? This that MO3. You understand me? So he come sit in the chair, right? And like I told y'all, I'm looking at whoever sit in the chair, we looking at each other. So he sit down and he look at me and I'm looking at him. And like at the same time, in sync, our head go. And then we straighten our head back up. And then we do this again. And we straighten our head back up. And all of a sudden, me and this dude, we went to telepathically just talking to each other. And I'm telling him, nigga, you MO3? And he looking at me like, yeah, nigga, I'm MO3. And I'm like, nigga, you cold. Like, cause I had been jamming the 4 Indictments album. I had been jamming that bitch. But I didn't know that was him. You feel me? So he looking at me and he like, nah, nigga, you cold. And I'm like, nah, nigga, you cold. And he looking at me like, nah, nigga, you cold. So I happened to look up at Reggie, and Reggie looking at both of us like, what the fuck going on with these niggas here? But Reggie full of that shit, so Reggie don't know if he drunk or if what he's saying is really actually fucking happening. You feel me? Shout out to Reggie, man. Reggie was pushing our motherfucking line back. That's why I got hair, because I had to grow my shit out, because Reggie motherfucking ass, you heard me? But, yeah, man. But, so, you know, after he got cut up and everything like that, I get in the chair and Reggie cut me up. So within like, I say about 5 to 6 minutes of Reggie cut me up, like I'm hearing my voice. Like I'm hearing my voice coming from outside. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hearing me sing. So I'm like, okay, somebody jamming me outside. Okay, somebody fucking with me. You feel me? So, excuse me. So while I'm itching at this point, I'm like, boy, I want to go outside and see who fucking with me. You feel me? So as Reggie kept cutting me up, I'm like, damn, you know what? They haven't skipped one song. Like whoever jamming me, they really fucking with me because they haven't skipped not one song. They just letting my shit play. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to get outside to see like who fucking with me. So by the time Reggie got done, it's the song Are You Ready is playing. So I go to the door and it's like he felt my spirit when I hit the door, right? Cause the nigga a Gemini like me. You feel me? And I guess that's why the stars aligned. The shit didn't even seem real. It's like, man, that shit like time stopped, bro. Like, you know, but yeah, I hit the door and that nigga, he had his head down. He was in a gold Honda. Crazy cause I'm in a Honda Civic. But he was in a gold Honda and he was on the passenger side. And he had the door open, but the music was coming out of his car. You feel me? And he's sitting there and it's like he was studying the music. Like he was literally studying the music. He was taking my energy in. So when I hit the door, he looked up like, nigga, you caught me. You caught me, motherfucker. And he had that look, you know that look you have on your face when somebody done caught you? He had that look on his face like, nigga, you caught me. And I'm looking at him, I smiled, you feel me? And I nodded my head at him like, yeah, nigga, you feel it? And he looked at me, he was like, yeah, bitch, I told you was cold. So I did like this. I put my fist over my heart like this, you know what I'm saying? And nodded to him like, nigga, yeah, we here. You feel me? And he did the same thing back to me. You know, and I got in my car and the whole time I was walking to my car, he followed me with his eyes. He watched me walk to my car. Like he wanted to see what type of car I was getting in and everything. So when he seen me getting off in the Honda, he was like, oh, he like me. He like me. And man, That was the last time I seen MO3. That was the last time I seen MO3. And I got a chance to, see his glow up. You feel me? Which was a beautiful thing to witness. You feel me? But MO3 represented for, artists like me. You know what I'm saying? The real. You feel me? Those of us who the fame and the notoriety just isn't given to. And a lot of people, they don't really quite understand what the beef between Yella Beezy and MO3 really was all about. And a lot of people be like, oh, it wasn't no beef, but it was. And the beef was MO3 understood that he was going through the rites of passage while the fame and notoriety was just being handed to Yella Beezy. And that's not the take away from the talent that Yella Beezy possessed. But if you was in Dallas at that time frame, you know that when MO3 drop a song, that bitch doing views, that bitch doing millions. But when you get in your car, right, or you in your house and you playing your radio and you got K104 on, or you got 97.9 the beat on, you don't hear no MO3. You hear Yella Beezy though, but you ain't hear no MO3. That spoke volumes. You know what I'm saying? Especially to the artists like myself that and other independent Dallas artists, that spoke volumes. Because for a while, we used to be like, that was here at that moment of time, like, why the radio, why it seemed like it's so hard, like, and MO3 just basically showed us, like, it's not y'all. It's not that y'all don't have no talent. It's not that, y'all not going through the rites of passage. It's the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? It's the powers that be here. You feel me? They will block you. And any real, artist out here in Dallas, or any, Dallas citizen, somebody that grew up here, or even if you was here during that time frame, you feel me? That the radio stations wasn't playing MO3 until he died. You know what I'm saying? The streets was fucking with him. And around that 4 Indictments album, all of the streets really weren't fucking with him. It was the real. It was the real. It was those that was, going through the pain here. You feel me? Or if you was somewhere else and you heard him, you was able to relate to his pain. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the rites of passage. And they don't want to give it to him, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to him today. But MO3 was the Tupac of Texas. Not just Dallas, but of Texas. He prophesied his death. You know what I'm saying? He prophesied all that shit. And I believe that was just the Gemini side in him. But he seen it all. He even if you go back and listen to that 4 Indictments album, and I knew that album was special, but one thing about a storyline, you would never understand the whole story until the end. And he prophesied so much, just like Tupac did with Me Against the World. That 4 Indictments album was basically his Me Against the World. He prophesied so much on that album. And man, that was, he was something special, bro. He was a light here. And I believe that the Most High God used him to, break that barrier down for independent artists that's in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Or coming to Dallas. But right now, Dallas is like they're looking for redemption. They're looking for artists to redeem them. You got artists in Dallas right now, man, that they doing their thing, but they don't have no soul. And Dallas knows that. And Dallas is very keen when it comes to music. Spiritually, they're in tune. That's why you gotta have your music broke here, because it's like Dallas is the Apollo city. Like, it's gonna either make you or break you. But um the artists here don't have, the artists that's coming, they don't really have soul. Great artists, they just don't have any soul. And I think that's what Dallas is looking for. They looking for that artist that has soul. Um and maybe he might come, you know. But until then, until then, I hope you guys enjoy my story. And I would say this too, before I get off. MO3 spirit is, his presence here is very strong. Very strong. And I've talked to other artists that was like, man, MO3 came to me in a dream. And I mean, he done came to me also in dreams multiple times. And he does that with artists that are going through the rites of passage, or that have that realness. He's still connected. He's a guardian for us in the spiritual realm musically. And you can feel his presence strong, very strong. But yeah, man, I hope you guys enjoy my MO3 story. And may peace and blessings be upon his life in the afterlife. I know he's still doing great things and great works on that side, as well as all the other artists that have passed on. And until I see you guys again, I hope that the Most High cover y'all and keep y'all blessed, and also keep me blessed. And until I see you guys in the portal again, I love y'all, and I'm out.